Good evening, everybody, and welcome here to TSSR Game Time Line presented by MDH. John Burton alongside me. We got Levi Meyerhofer here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School. As tonight we are bringing you some action, some volleyball action between the Bushnell Spartans and the Knoxville Blue Bullets. Of course, we will start with the JV game. At the conclusion of that, we'll move into the varsity contest. I'll let Levi take it over from here. He's been doing our play-by-play here tonight.
Yeah, early season matchup for these two teams. Both of them young, very young teams on both these sides. The JV squads get some reps in as they look to move up eventually into varsity, and someone could make that jump this season. It's early small school volleyball coming here today from Bushnell-Prairie City. Got the starting lineups coming here in just a moment. Both teams lined up and ready for their opportunity.
And again, as you mentioned, just these JV teams, it's just a great way to build experience, as you mentioned, building into that varsity season. Again, I believe this is one of Bushnell's first games of the year. I mean, it's one of the first games for both squads here, but I believe this is Bushnell's first contest, at least here at home, so we're happy to be able to bring that to you. So we get a first look at a kind of a new roster, as last year's Spartans have now moved on in graduation. We got some underclassmen coming up here on the JV squad, and then, of course, those JV players from last year are moving up to the varsity side.
Knoxville kicking us off on the serve, Gemma Hutchinson. Hutchison's serve. Free ball back over by McCleary for BPC. And the set up too far for Emerson Rask.
That was a nice setup to Rask there on the outside. Just a little bit too much oomph on it, but she got a pretty nice swing off on that one.
A lot of power behind it.
Absolutely. We'll see if she can put one of those down here.
Kendall McCleary, the first serve for BPC, up 1-0. That one tips the net, still rolls over. Blocked at the net by BPC. It's a jumper. Quick to Kalman, and that one tipped at the net by the Spartans.
Spartans, pretty nice job getting their hands on a couple blocks there in the middle. They picked up one during that set, but that one unfortunately just couldn't close it up. Go off the hands. It'll be a side out for Knoxville.
Kaylee Brown entering. Brown number 4 for the Blue Bullets. Sophomore for Knoxville gets that serve over nice and easy. Trouble at the net. Beekman saved it at first and falls right back down. Another point for the Blue Bullets.
2-1 now in favor of Knoxville. Still in the serve here. That one deep serve. Missed pass there in the back row for BPC. Another point for the Blue Bullets.
Kaylee Brown, some strong serves in the warm-ups. And the overhand from Brinley Beekman. That one out. Will remain with Knoxville.
Yeah, Knoxville's starting to go on a little bit of a run here. Bushnell's got to find a way to sort of stem this bleeding. They've had a passing error and right there a hitting error. So we'll see if they can clean up a little bit here towards as we approach sort of the middle of this set.
Free ball over from Johnston. BPC with the response. Krebs puts it down.
Nice setup and attack there on the outside by Krebs. Just able to pound that one right off the blocks. Kind of went up in the air a little bit. Was able to find a nice home on the Knoxville side out BPC.
Hutchison struggles. Corralling the serve on the opposite end. Once again, Jules Krebs in for BPC. Up to Rask for the kill.
There it is. We saw Rask kind of overswing on one earlier. That time she was really able to get behind it and just drove it straight down into that far back corner. PPC really didn't have much of a chance to get into that one. Nice attack there from Rask.
Now here's Rask's opportunity. Score a couple more on herself, and for her Blue Bullets. Beard returns. Punched over by Brockett. And Chenoweth finds the back corner, gets BPC the advantage on that one.
Yeah, nice attack there on the outside. I couldn't quite tell if it was partially tipped at the net. It didn't matter. It landed, it caught a piece of that back line. That was a great looking attack there by BPC. A lot of promise here early on for this young team.
Up to Brockett for the kill. Brockett assisted there by Aubrey Johnston. And now Johnston's turn to send it flying. 6-4 is the score here early on in this JV contest between Knoxville and Bushnell-Prairie City. Johnston's serve pulled in by Chenoweth. And the pass back over from Beard, wide right out of bounds.
A little bit of miscommunication there on the BPC side after that initial serve receive. Again, just a few errors that they have to clean up there on that service receive and in the passing department, really.
Bushnell-Prairie City settling for a free ball. A couple players having to run after it. Low communication at the moment. And there's Nelson. A little too high.
What's up?
No, I don't. 7-5 here. That was Beard with the serve. And a little late on the hit there from Knoxville. That was number 16, Rowan Pease.
Yeah, not exactly what you're looking for there when you set up to the outside, but it gets the job done. Just a little tap up over the blocks. He's able to find a home on the back end there.
That works. Serve returned by McCleary. Kalman passes it back over. Here's Nelson. Diving save by Bushnell-Prairie City 26, McKim. That one still hits the ground though.
Yeah, good effort there by McKim.
McKim.
Good effort there by McKim in the back row. Just couldn't get it up high enough for teammates to come back under it. And Knoxville really starting to roll on here. Nice job there once again in the back row for BPC, able to keep that one up.
That hit for Kalman goes wide right. She knew it immediately off her hands, put her hands to her face like, oh, what have I done?
Yeah, so we've seen a couple hitting errors on the Knoxville side, but I've been able to get a couple kills as well. So we'll see how that kind of department clears out for the rest of the game. I think that serve might have been out, but played in the back row by number 3. That's my White back there.
And another ace for BPC. That one finds the middle of the campfire. Nobody near it for Knoxville. It's back within 1 here in this first set of this JV contest between Bushnell-Prairie City and Knoxville. Serve back up, White. Libero in the back row. Successfully grabs it and over the net. Was tipped by BPC, but that's going to fall on the Spartans' side. That'll bring up Callie Nelson, the sophomore for Knoxville. McCleary with the over. And a little too hard for Emerson Rask. Rask, a lot of power behind that hit. He's got to get on top of it a little bit more. Well behind it, just got to get on top a little more, bring it down. One hit back over on the Kleindis serve, and nicely placed there. I believe that was McCleary in the front row for Bushnell-Prairie City. Finds the middle of the court in no man's land.
Yeah, if you can just hit it where they're not every time, you're going to score a majority of the time. Another long serve, that time played in the back row and played off the ceiling. Nice job there by Knoxville, able to get that one back across.
Tied up at 10 early in this JV contest. Chenoweth might have lost it in the lights, but falls just inside the back line.
Yeah, it could have been the lights there, or maybe she just didn't quite know where she was at the court, thought maybe that was going to roll out. Fortunately, it did not for her. Side out back to Knoxville.
That brings in Gemma Hutchison. And very well placed in the back corner by Krebs. Jules Krebs, that could not have been placed any more perfectly.
Yeah, a couple nice attacks here in the first set for Krebs. That one was nice as well. Not sure what they called there. I thought that was in.
I also thought they called it in.
We're having a little bit of.
Could have been outside on the uprights.
Yeah, it might have gone on the outside, the outstick. I think BBC coach over there was also kind of wondering what was going on there.
That one, on the other hand, though, that serve from Hutchison, no doubt, an ace.
Yeah, that was an ace for her. Yeah, tough turn there for BPC. You know, you think you get a side out there and a nice kill from Krebs, and then you get ace right after that.
And a nice kill there for Kalman. Kalman in the middle for Knoxville. And the Blue Bullets on a 4-0 run. Little too close to the net on the placement from Beekman. McCleary was there waiting on it.
Yeah, just some more passing errors back there from Bushnell. Again, just couldn't get that up towards the setter, a little close to the net. Couldn't get it pulled out of there. There's a better looking pass there, set into the back row and sent back through.
On the outside, Rask tips it over the top of the front row. And that one's going to land in bounds for another Knoxville point.
Now all the momentum on the Knoxville side here. Bushnell got to find a way to cut them down here. Pick up a side out and get the momentum back swung your direction.
Beekman that time got it to Krebs. Beekman this time to, I believe that was supposed to be Carly, Amelia Carly there at the net. So just some miscommunication becoming a problem for Bushnell-Prairie City. Nice job. I believe that was number 15, Kalman, to catch BPC off guard.
Yeah, just a nice dump there in the front row. You brought it to the inside, you brought it to the outside, and that time you just, on the second hit, just sent it right back over. BPC was creeping up, and just caught napping there.
Hutchison, pass goes to Chenoweth, serve to Chenoweth, and one arm sends it back over on the free ball. And there's a kill for Emerson Rask. A lot of power behind Rask's arm.
Yeah, absolutely. When Rask is able to get that ball set up to the net for her, man, she's able to put that thing down. And not only that, we saw her get a tip earlier on, so you know she has both those plays in her arsenal. Definitely tough to deal with on the BPC side.
That one put down by Kalman. That one into the arms of Chenoweth and just goes wide. A 20-10 score. It was 10-10 at one point. And there's an ace for Hutchison.
Yeah, an 11-0 run here from Knoxville. Again, you kind of felt after those first couple points, all the momentum swinging towards their side. And, man, they've really ran away with it here late in set number 1.
10 straight service points for Hutchison, make it 11. On the back row, hit from Chenoweth. And that'll end the run for Hutchison. That one just a little short into the net, but look, after that run, great work by Hutchison and the Blue Bullets.
Yeah, absolutely. Nothing to be upset about, but I guess if you're BPC, that's one way to get Hutchison off the service line. Just wait until she makes a mistake, but unfortunately you're giving up 11 points hits in, and they were going to have a net violation called out BPC, so they're going to get the side out right back.
Yeah, that one, Trinity Beard got a little ambitious there at the net. Wasn't sure if it was going to come over, reached a little too far, and caught herself in it.
This one overpass, nice kill up front there.
Yeah, Rask once again, well-timed, well-placed in the back row where no one was. And that brings us to our first set point of the day. Serve from Brown. That tip by Rask falls into Spartan territory, is pushed back up but out of bounds, and that's going to end the first set. Blue Bullets defeat the Spartans in this one 25-11.
So with that, we'll take a quick break here on TSSR Game Time Live, and we'll make sure to get back to you right before the start of set number 2. Again, this is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I see acute injuries.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
At Country
Find the right cycle combinations. Simply choose what and how you want to wash and dry to help keep clothes looking their best. Intuitive Controls, brought to you by Whirlpool.
Back here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School, it was a winner for Knoxville in set number 1. Final score was 25-11. Of course, that will bring us to the appropriately timed set number 2. And again, we saw BPC there. I mean, they really played well with Knoxville there early on. They were able to, it was 10-10 at one point, and then again, just that long service run on the Blue Bullets side really pushed that advantage, and BPC was really just never able to get back into the game after that.
Yeah, it looked really close early on, like you said. It was a 10-6, and then a quick run by BPC, and after that, once Hutchison came up to the service, it was all Knoxville Blue Bullets from there. On their, what was it, 11-0 run at that point?
Yep.
And Bushnell-Prairie City, they have to find an answer, both to Hutchison at the service, but then also Rask up front and Kalman up front. Both of them hard hitters, well-placed, especially in the back corners. If they find them, Bushnell-Prairie City is not going to have an answer for that tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Rask was very good up on kind of that outside hitter position in that first set. And then when you have Brockett as well, she played well in the middle. They set a couple quicks to her. She was able to put a couple of those down as well. It's just a lot of size up front that BPC has to figure out how to manage up there. But then again, that's the service run by Gemma Hutchinson. I mean, if she wouldn't have made that one service error, it felt like she could have just closed that game out right there. She was serving the ball so well. So BPC definitely has to do better on service C for sure. And again, just that passing so you can get it up to your setters. And we've seen, at least earlier on in that set, when BPC is able to get in system and get the ball set up to their outside hitters, they've been able to get a couple nice hits and put a couple points on the board. So just to see more of that here in set number 2.
Kendall McCleary to serve this one off for the Spartans. That one goes to a diving piece. And Rask, a lot of power, but it goes into the net for BPC 1-0 lead.
Nice
and that's
serve
an
there.
ace there for McCleary.
Great serve there. Just put it right in front of the libero. Had a little bit of top spin on it. Might have dropped a little bit quicker than she was anticipating, and that'll be an ace for McCleary.
That service might have clipped the inside of her hand there and didn't go where she wanted it to. That brings up Hutchison once again to serve. That could be dangerous right here. Don't let her get on a run because they may not be stopping any of these Knoxville Blue Bullets after that.
Yeah, absolutely. Served 11 straight service points in set number 1, but
Just going to get the one there. Diving Blue Bullets after it. Both Libero White and then Nelson as well.
yeah, absolutely. Just not able to keep that free ball in bounds there, and that's one way to get Hutchison off the line. BPC back with the side out.
Krebs returns her own free ball. And too hard through the back. That one, Chenoweth on the hit. Kalman's serve, returned by BPC. And Rask, too far under it that time, might have swung a little early. Had to put too much palm on it and sends it out the pack.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen Rask with a couple of hitting errors there on the outside, and again, she was able to keep a couple of those in. Definitely a lot of potential out there for the young lady. It's always nice having that big lefty on the outside that you can kind of position on the left side of the court and just have us hit straight down the line. Just got to clean up on those hitting errors for sure.
Beekman sends a serve down the right line. Barely stays in bounds, and it's still rolling for Knoxville. Rusk free ball over. Returned by Chenoweth. Overhand too far into the student section. A lot of power behind Chenoweth's arm.
Yeah,
Got to
absolutely.
get on top a little more.
Yeah, got to get on top of it a little more. We saw Chenoweth in the first set. She was actually hitting it very well from the back row. She's up in the front row now, and maybe that kind of throws off, when you're hitting the back row, obviously you got to hit it with a little more power. Now coming up to the front row, got to take a little bit off of it. Hasn't quite been able to make that adjustment yet. We'll see if she can do so, because as you mentioned, big swing there on Chenoweth in the front row.
Quick pause for a rotation. Make sure we got some correct substitutions coming in. That substitution being Aubrey Johnston in the front row. Free ball sent over by McCleary. Pass up to Brockett.
Great one-arm dig there in the back row, and PPC's going to get the point. Awesome hustle and great play, defensive play there.
Great play, and BPC is rewarded for it. An early 5-3 lead for the Spartans. That's what they need, is an early lead. But then they have to maintain it as well.
Dangerous feed ball sent there, and PPC, again, just not able to get that one pulled quite out of the net. But once again, a lot of hustle, a lot of grit being shown on that defensive end for Bushnell. Just not quite able to return that.
Rowan Peace checking in the front row. I believe that's Riley Walters on the serve. Correction. That was Aubrey Johnston on the serve.
That was Brockett there in the middle for Knoxville, just hitting that one a little bit too long. Another side out for Bushnell-Prairie City, and you got a 2-point advantage here. And what a serve there by Chenoweth. Wow.
Yeah, struggle in the back row to haul that one in. Rask play in the back corner. We've seen her with some power up front, but like you said before, that adjustment for Chenoweth from the back row to the front row might be the same deal for Rask in the back.
Another nice serve there by Chenoweth. This time it's dug up, though. Brought to the outside. Nobody home for BPC.
Rowan Peace with the kill.
Again, not a ton of power on that one, but just right in the middle of that Bushnell-Prairie defense.
Yeah, you didn't have that. You didn't have to have that much power right in the middle of the campfire, like you're making a s'more. Just a slow burn there. Free ball back over by Beekman. Chenoweth with the dig in the back row.
Another quick to the middle. Nice dig up there by Chenoweth in the back row. Fortunately, that time not rewarded for the defensive effort. That was a great looking system play there by Knoxville. Just quick to the middle. Chenoweth was able to dig it up, but
yeah, Peace with the power on the quick. Not sure if she got the tip back down there at the end of the play. Great reaction by McCleary in the middle there to get it back up, but I believe that was Beekman sent it too far out. 7-7, all tied up here. And that one kind of floating in there, dropping in front of Aubrey English. So that would be an ace for Maya White. And the Bullets had the lead, their first lead of this set.
Yeah, absolutely. Knoxville now with the lead. Again, we saw them towards the middle of that set number one, able to build up a lot of momentum, was able to run away with it. It kind of looks like we're going down the same path here. So let's see if Bushnell can get a stop here.
McCleary sends that one into the net. And, I mean, as she's going up for it, she has a lot of power facing her on the other side with Peace and Kalman and Rask facing her on the other side of that net.
No, absolutely. And we'll see another service point there for Maya White. Yeah, it's just a high lofting serve. There's not a lot of spin on it. Those can be difficult to read, especially coming off the libera's hand there on the service. Nice bump set to the outside. Just couldn't keep it in bounds there.
Knoxville says that one was tipped away by BPC.
Don't think the refs agreed with that one, though. It was definitely close. Hard to tell from our position up here whether it was touched or not.
So that'll bring up Amelia Carley. Hits the looks like probably the outside of her hand a little bit and goes toward the official on the riser. And an ace for the Blue Bullets. It's Callie Nelson getting it done for Knoxville. Nelson once again. Dig from Chenoweth on the serve. Krebs sends it back over. Rask switching it up a little bit. That little pass overhead tipped out of bounds.
Yeah, Rask did a really great setup there in the outside. Wasn't able to get a run towards the net. Just trying to make something happen with that one there. Tipped it back across. Unfortunately, just landed a little bit out of bounds. But, again, we saw BBC lead earlier on in this set. Knoxville has started to build some momentum. But here we go. Here's a service point now on the Bushnell-Prairie City side, trying to claw their way back into it.
Kendall McCleary. And a hit over, and that just misses the top of the net. And lands on BPC's side. That'll bring up Gemma Hutchison.
There you go. Perfect spot where you want Hutchison back at the service line for the game if you are Knoxville.
She came in the first set 10-10, just to recap, and she brought it all the way up to 21-10. Miscommunication on the BPC side. In the front row, who's going to send it back over? Hutchison back in control.
Yeah, again, 11 straight service points for Hutchison in that first set. She served earlier on here in this set, but again, trying to make something happen on the Knoxville side. Nice attack there by BPC, but a nice dig up.
Yeah, great dig by Nelson there.
So another quick to the middle, and
Kalman puts it down.
that's been really good for Knoxville all night. Just that quick hitter to the middle, whether it's Brockett, Kalman. Maybe we'll just find a home for that one all night. Have the Blue Bullets.
Little floater there. Doesn't get too high over the net. Just falls. Perfect placement in front of Amelia Carley. Hutchison back on a run.
And just as you say that, the dreaded announcer's curse there.
16-11. Same fashion that her run ended before by her own account. Once again, nice, good run though for Knoxville there.
Yeah, definitely well timed. You know, Knoxville's starting to pull away in the set here in number 2, and Rash was able to put a couple of points on the board for them there. And again, just inches them ever so slightly closer to this set 2 win and of course the game win.
That serve from Kalman. Returned by BPC. Jansen up to Johnson. And Johnson misses that one near the tower.
Yeah, that set came a little bit too far inside, too close to the net. A little bit long, just trying to punch it across. Couldn't quite get a handle on that. And those are really the hardest ones to hit there when you got to kind of backpedal and contort your body in midair to try to send it back across. It was a great effort, just not quite able to make contact with it.
Beekman's serve. And that one with a kill for Brockett. Blocked at the net, but straight down on BPC's side.
Yeah, absolutely. Great looking attack there for Brockett from the middle, and that was kind of different from what we've seen. We've seen him kind of set that quick towards the middle. That one was a little bit higher. Brockett kind of had to adjust her jumping timing, but again, just able to pound that one right off the block straight down.
Number 12, Johnson on the serve. Jansen to Hutchison. She sends it over. Jansen this time. That one was Riley Walters sending it flying beyond the hoop. 18-13's our score here. Over halfway through the second set.
Great serve there. That was number 5 at the back row. That's Trinity Beard back there for BPC. Just dropped it, again, right in front of that back row of Knoxville. Great looking serve. We'll see if she can duplicate it here as BPC is trying to get their way back into the set.
Brockett sends it over. Beekman up to Chenoweth on the outside into the net. Chenoweth well positioned, well timed, a lot of power. Just the timing was a little off, a little late.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen Chenoweth hit a couple balls long there up in the front row. That one, as you mentioned, just a little bit off on her timing on the setup. Couldn't get it to quite clear the net.
Chenoweth returns that one, almost diving forward. Shakes her hands a little bit off that one. Might have caught a knuckle.
Free ball sent back through for BPC. Another high set to Brockett in the middle. This time it goes into the net, however. BPC side out.
19-15. That brings up Chenoweth. BPC hanging around. Just down by 4 right now. Make that down by 3 on the ace from Chenoweth.
And Chenoweth has looked really good from the service line here in set number 2. She's got a nice, hard, low serve. Hopefully we didn't jinx her there, but definitely you want to see back there for BPC as you look to get back into this one. Another nice serve by Chenoweth.
Same place, and P's had trouble with that one. Luckily it went toward another one of her teammates. And a great drop down there for Beekman. Out of control for the Knoxville Blue Bullets. Spartans back within 2. trying to send it to a third set. And Chenoweth, a good little run there for the Spartans on behalf of Chenoweth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Too far out the back.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely needed all the points they could get there out of Chenoweth. We'll see if BPC can put up a stop here, pick up another side out, as Knoxville is only 5 points away from picking up the match win here.
White, the libero, with the serve. And that one a kill. I believe that was number 10, Kendall McCleary. Well placed. Knoxville's getting a hand on all these, but a lot of them just not close enough to their body to get control over it. We're at 20-18 score.
Set to the net once again. It'll be another point for BPC. Now just 1 point away from tying us up here at 20 apiece. Shaping up to be a pretty good conclusion to the end of set number 2 here.
Carly's serve ends in miscommunication. It was Rask who initially brought it in, and then White wasn't sure if she was going to have another blue bullet there. That brings us to a 20-20 tie. So a little back and forth here right now. BPC seems to have found a little bit more of a rhythm.
Yeah, BPC definitely finding their rhythm here towards really here a lot in the second set. They've been able to keep it close throughout, and we knew that BPC could play with Knoxville. I mean, you look at the score in set number 1, 25-11, but they kept it close for a majority of that, just that long run that we talked about by Hutchison at the service line.
Yeah, you take out those 10 service points, and you're automatically down to a 15-11.
Exactly.
That's manageable.
Yeah, exactly. You take out that big run by Hutchison, and you get a set like we're getting right here, right now, 20-20. Timeout on the floor called by Knoxville as, again, they just had I believe it was a 4-point advantage. Bushnell now has got things tied up and is looking to do more. Here, send us to a set number 3. Again, it's back-to-back service points for Carly on the BPC side, looking to add on.
Amelia Carly taken in by White. Here's Kalman on the outside. And that one wrangled in successfully.
Another hitting there on the outside. Just seeing a lot of that here from Knoxville in set number 2. Just those kills that they were putting down in the first set, just haven't been able to get the timing figured out here in set number 2.
That was Rowan Peace, the freshman there, trying to figure that one out. Kalman sends it over. That one tipped at the net, and that's going to fall for BPC on BPC's side with the advantage on Knoxville, 21-21.
That one blocked out at the net. I believe that was Brockett up there on the Knoxville side. BPC scrambling around trying to get it back up into the air. Couldn't quite get a hold of that one. It'll be a 1-point advantage now for Knoxville.
And McCleary with that lift, just a reaction time.
Nice attack there. Nice dig by the libero in the back row. Free ball sent back through, tip back down. Wow, what a volley there.
Yeah, great back and forth. One hit volley.
That was also a great dig up there in the back row by number 3 on the Knoxville side. That's Maya White, the libero there in pink. And now Knoxville just 2 points away from closing out set 2.
Here's White. Johnston to Kalman, too far.
A little bit long there. Another hitting error in the middle. Side out back for BPC. It'll be McCleary once again taking her spot at the service line.
That's free, sent as a free ball back over by Knoxville. Johnston once again, free ball. Chenoweth chased down by one of her teammates and cleanly sent back over. Great effort by the Spartans there.
There you go, Rask on the outside, putting an exclamation point on that volley. A lot of scrambling, a lot of free balls sent across there, but that'll bring us to match point for Knoxville on the kill from Rask.
Yeah, Rask haven't said her name much this set, but came up right when she needed to. Chenoweth Beekman, and blocked at the net was Beard, and that will put the cap here on set 2 and the JV match here in Bushnell-Prairie City. Knoxville wins it 2-0. 25-2 in this set, or 25-22 in this set.
Yeah, 25-22 in set number 2. BBC, again, did a much better job there in set number 2. Again, just able to get some things figured out. Knoxville made a couple of errors there late, but BPC, this is a team of volleyball program that's really been looking to build over the past couple of years, and this JV squad definitely showed a lot of potential here tonight against a pretty tough-looking Knoxville squad. Again, it was a 25-11 in set number 1, 25-22 there in set number 2. And, of course, that'll take us now on to the varsity contest. Again, if you are new here, what will happen is we're going to end this stream, and then there'll be a brand new stream created. It'll be labeled Bushnell-Prairie City Varsity Volleyball. And, again, Bushnell will be taking on the Knoxville Blue Bullets there. So for John Burton and Levi Meyerhofer, this has been TSSR Game Time Live's presentation of Bushnell-Prairie City Volleyball. Hope to catch you for the varsity contest.